Ladies and gentlemen, we have been working all day and now it's after work. I'm Joe. Welcome back. Another episode, I believe episode 7 of That Nintendo Show for September 29th, 2017. I'm your host, Joe the Bro. And anyway, this is That Nintendo Show where every week I bring to you your Nintendo news that you need to know. Live here on twitch.tv/JoAfterWork. You can find the full version of this live stream in its entirety right after we're done with the stream here. I export it over to YouTube. Usually takes about an hour or two for everything to upload, depending on how long these live streams go. But its own breakout episode will go up the next day on Saturdays over on youtube.com/JoAfterWork, followed by audio versions of that on SoundCloud, on iTunes. They usually go up. I try to get them all to upload around the same time, so that way they all process at the same time and go out together. And guys, you need any more? Make sure you hit that follow button here on Twitch. Jump in on the live stream. Jump in on the conversations that happen here. It gets a little crazy sometimes, as you guys might know, but that's besides the point. Without further ado, let's jump into this. I want to start off by talking about some games I've been playing before we jump into the pipeline. I want to add a couple more conversation pieces to here because, you know, this podcast isn't conversational enough as it is, right? I've been playing, well, you guys already know on streams, we've been doing Monster Hunter Stories. I've been having a blast with that game. We're about at the halfway point, and damn, that game is so good. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It's Pokemon meets Monster Hunter meshed together, which I think is really awesome for someone who rarely has played a Monster Hunter game. This is like perfect entryway to me. Plus it's turn-based. That's hitting me right at home. And the story itself, although it's quite, you know, childish, it just feels good. It's a feel-good game, and it's hitting every feel bone in my body. Another game that came out this week actually in the Japanese shop was Fire Emblem Warriors, and I am having a blast with that game. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna see it through. I'm gonna see it through on the Japanese side, and we'll do a full playthrough when the English version comes out, so that way we can actually have the story. But I might do a Nintendo Spotlight of the Japanese version at some point, so stay tuned for that. And it's amazing. It's Dynasty Warriors meets Fire Emblem for real, though. Like, they found a way to implement a lot of the Fire Emblem tactics in the game, where as you're meeting characters, you can control those characters still. You can either pair them up with you, kind of like in how Awakening and Fates does, and build the relationship conversations between multiple characters, or you can just have them go off into different areas of the battlefield. Sometimes you need to strategize and either keep your teams together or break them out and have them beat different sections of the area, so we have those sections taken over, ultimately meeting to the final boss of each chapter, which is really dope. The cutscenes look great. The game looks amazing. I did try out that 720p 60 frames per second. You can notice the difference on a TV screen. On handheld mode, I played it the entire day. I played the game the entire day today, and well, not the entire day, but like a good chunk of today. And I was gonna change it to 720p 60 frames, not realizing I had it on there. I didn't notice. Not that it looked bad at all. Like, I just didn't notice it going as smooth in terms of what I'm used to seeing for 60 frames per second. It wasn't that noticeable to me on the handheld, but on TV, when you have it docked, you can definitely notice the difference there. Either way, the game does play great both handheld and TV mode, which is interesting to me because Tecmo Koei also did Knights of the Azure 2. I have the Japanese version of that game as well, and it does not play that good in handheld mode. There's so many frame drops in there. So there was an update to that game. I just did it today. I don't know how long ago it released, but I hope it fixes those things because that is a game I am in love with as well. Tecmo Koei knocking it out of the park with these games. I am loving it. Please give us more of this. I'm going to jump back into the chat, but what have you guys been playing as well? Oh, Hunter jumping in. Dude, what's going on, man? Hunter, our amazing Minecraft builder, which has been great. I'm just going to grab a drink right here. Everyone's eating their dinner. It's nice. It's nice. Man. All right. So we're gonna jump into this, right? What's a show? What's that Nintendo show without the pipeline? I don't even know if that played. I'm just gonna pregnant pause away until I hear it play. I'm gonna do that again and grab my headphones this time. All right, there we go. We jumped into the pipeline. All right, or maybe we jumped out. Who knows? I don't know. I should be wearing my headphones when I do that every time, but I don't. So guys, by now, the unboxing for my Super Nintendo Classic Edition that I unboxed and posted over to YouTube, that is all over there. I also showed off a sneak peek of this, the Playing with Superpower, which this makes me want to pick up the Playing with Power special edition that came out, or maybe it was just one edition that came out with the NES Classic, if I could find it. This is really awesome. It shows off a lot of information and like speedrunning facts and tips and just like did you knows in here. It's an entire history of like everything that's in the SNES, the Super Nintendo Classic. And dude, it looks like a giant cartridge, the book. I know this is bad for audio, but I just had to show this off as the first topic for today. It breaks through and even shows for like each game the history of where it is now and what it's gone through. I immediately went to like the Super Metroid stuff, and there was something that, and you guys are probably gonna cringe at me for not knowing this, dude. I had no idea that that in Other M, the you know, that charge up at the when you're at really low health was actually taken from Super Metroid. Didn't realize that. So that power up does make sense for it being in Other M. When we did our playthrough, I was like, when the heck did Samus get this power up? Apparently, it's a thing in Super Metroid where if you do a certain button inputs, and you have really low health, she'll restore some of her health back and do like this whole. But in Super Metroid, it looks awesome. Like she's like curled up and like ready to charge up, and she's got like this whole aura around her. It is sick. I'm like, whoa! All these years, I never knew that. This is crazy. Goat 5, dude, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to our podcast here. So sorry if I don't jump into the chat as often. Everything else we do here, I'm always crazy interactive with you guys, but for a clean podcast, I jump in and out of chat. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts as we are walking through all this stuff. And thank you for the follow, dude. I'll give you a proper shout out at the end of the show. But yeah, it also comes with like a digital code. I don't know if the regular version of this comes with a digital code, but in case you want to keep this pristine and you don't always want to open the book, you get a free digital code from the Prima Games website, and it allows you to view the whole thing digitally, which is really dope. So there's that. That is one other incentive to owning this as well. But they do give you little tidbits here and there on like, ways to pass different bosses for each game, which is cool. A little bit of a history lesson as well. So I'm gonna delve into that. I'm gonna do a deep dive into that at some point. Educate myself a little bit more about some other things that I probably don't know about Super Nintendo. Man, I grew up with this thing and freaking learning something new still. It's awesome. Moving on to more Super Nintendo goodiness. The Elder Scroll, Bethesda did some awesome box art. This was actually from Bethesda. This comes by way of Nintendo Wire. They tweeted it out. It's box art for Skyrim in the Super Nintendo box art. Like, it's got everything down to like the logos, the quality seal, the 4 buttons on the lower right corner. Like, they did awesome with this. Even the font looks Super Nintendo. It is so retro. This thing looks cool. In slightly bigger news, I guess, if for Wii owners that are still using the Wii Shop channel, it's going to shut down in 2019. This comes by way of Eurogamer, and I'm going to try to zoom in on the font here so we can all read it together a little bit. Wii Shop channel shuts down in 2019. Nintendo has announced. Originally reported by Gamatsu, the closure is set for the 31st of January 2019. After this date, users will no longer be able to buy titles or applications from the channel for the Wii or Wii U. Wow. That's good to know for the Wii U as well. From March 27th, 2018, users can no longer add Wii points to their accounts. Those who have already bought WiiWare or Virtual Console titles will still be able to re-download this content, as well as the Wii System transfer to move items from Wii to Wii U. So that's still pretty cool, that they'll at least keep those features that aren't online intensive as much. They'll keep those active. However, these services will shut down in the future, though a date has not been confirmed. Ooh, okay. Players will still own this content as long as it's not erased from the Wii or Wii U unit. So, guys, get on it. You've got more than enough time to transfer all your data from your Wii to Wii U and make sure you use up those points, right? Man, I almost forgot that Nintendo used to have a point system. This was the days of PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 where Microsoft had points being used. Man, wow. Who would have thought? Wii users can still download titles from the Nintendo eShop, but unfortunately, it won't have the same banging tune. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I used to remember that. It came out of nowhere. Oh man, but does anyone still purchase things from the Wii? I'd like to know. I'd like to know your guys' thoughts. I'm gonna jump back into the chat here, but while I wait for responses, I'm gonna read what I missed here. Goat5, thank you again for that follow. And you know what? We're gonna do it live. We're gonna do it live right here. The shout out that I normally do when we're playing video games, but. Goat5, you made Samus do a moonwalk like no other space bounty hunter could. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Afterwork crew. And look at that. The crew showing the love already. Welcoming Goat5. I love that. Dang, I remember getting the Wii. I was so happy. Dude, I got mine from Nintendo New York. I waited online for a couple hours getting mine. And then I went and got my cousin's Wii. Sorry, I said Wii U. Sorry, I meant Wii. I waited a few hours at Nintendo New York, which was Nintendo World at the time, getting my Wii. And then I had to, for Christmas, get my cousin's Wii. My aunt asked me, where can we get one? I was like, I'll go, I'll wait online. I know you're not going to want to wait online. I took my best friend, we went, got him the Wii. He was happy. Oh my goodness, that was great. But yeah, fun times, waiting on lines, right? I hate lines. It's good. I don't care if you look at chat or not. I'm just glad that I found it. Oh, Goat5. That warms my heart. Thank you. Oh, the love. The love has been reciprocated. Wow, can't buy games for Wii or Wii U. Dang. Oh, wait. We have a Wii, but it's busted. Oh, no. It doesn't read discs anymore. Oh, Hunter. Don't worry. We'll send that Wii. If I ever rebuy a Wii, don't worry, I'm gonna send you some love. Wii and Wii U will receive its death sentence 2018 and 2019. I want to play Wii RE Remake and RE0, but I can't. Oh, the collector's edition that they did on there, right? What did they call it? The archive files or something like that? Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, Hunter. But yeah, RIP Wii Shop channel. I saw someone trade in their Nintendo Wii earlier today at GameStop when I was picking up my SNES Classic. I was like, wow, okay. There's some games on there that you can't get from that Virtual Console that aren't on the Wii U Virtual Console. So unless those are transferable, which I have no idea, it might be worth keeping. Just saying. Moving on. Oh, we already talked about this. Joe putting double news up. Moving on. This isn't news. This is just hilarious, and I needed to point this out. But IGN, thank you for this. This made me crack up yesterday. Super Mario World. Mario was, in fact, originally punching Yoshi in the head. Yes. Just a quick tidbit. This was pulled from an article from Kotaku. Super Mario World developers Takeshi Tezuka and Shigefumi Hino revealed details about how Yoshi came to be and elements of his design, including one specific animation. Lots of people think that while Mario is pointing his finger forward, he's saying go, and Yoshi's tongue comes out. Hino said, however, the setup that I drew was when Mario punches Yoshi in the head, the character's tongue shoots out in surprise. Oh, man. Someone call PETA on Mario after all these years. Yoshi! Yoshi! Like, oh man, poor Yoshi getting beaten up after all these years. We find the truth out. It's like one of those like mystery shows that you see on like your Hulu and stuff. There's one in particular, I can't remember the name of it, but I always watch it, and I feel like this would be on there. Like, after all these years, Mario has been beating up Yoshi, hidden in plain sight. Players always thought that when Yoshi was eating those foods, Mario was just pointing at him. Little did we all know, we were all guilty of being witnesses to this crime after all these years. Mario beats animals. Or dinosaurs, I guess. Should we still call PETA if Yoshi's a dinosaur? I don't know, maybe he can take it? I have no idea. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Further quoting Tezuka, when we were making Super Mario Bros. 3, he drew a picture of Mario riding a horse and had put it up on a wall next to where he sits. When I saw that, I thought, I guess he wants Mario to ride something. Talking about Shigeru Miyamoto, he originally wanted Mario to ride a horse. I guess he wants Mario to ride something. So, when we were making Super Mario World, we had this dinosaur land concept, and I had Hino draw reptile type art. Hino originally produced a much more reptilian design that didn't really fit in the Mario world, so Tezuka and Hino worked together to create a cuter character, which became Yoshi. Oh man, I don't know if that makes it any better. Does it? Oh my goodness. Hunter brings up a good point. Well, Pokemon's gambling game and animal abuse too. Yeah, it's like underground fighting almost, out in the open, right? Pokemon just fighting Pokemon. Oh my goodness. Do they really want to fight each other? Find out next time. Mario's an animal abuser, call animal protection. Dead Wii walking. Oh my gosh. I wish I read that earlier. Someone trading their Wii to GameStop? Yeah, that was the weirdest thing. I was like, whoa, that's a throwback. Oh my goodness. Mario's an animal abuser, dude. Call PETA. Call PETA. Call the PETA office that can be found in the Mushroom Kingdom. Yo. Maybe... Wait a second. Revelation, guys. Whoa, this just popped into my head. What if... Hear me out now. What if that's why Bowser has been going after Peach this entire time? Peach doesn't... This goes back to my Peach and Mario theory. Oh my gosh, guys. Peach doesn't want to abuse the animals. Bowser agrees with her. Bowser takes Peach to his castle every time. Mario's like, no, I'm gonna take this Yoshi, and I'm just gonna beat him relentlessly through every adventure that we go on, and I'm gonna use this Yoshi to crush every single Koopa of yours, and then I'm gonna beat you. Wow, that is deep. We just went on some next level stuff right there, guys. Bowser's the good guy. Bowser's the good guy. Bowser doesn't want any of his people in the kingdom, in his castle, to get abused. That's why he hates Mario. Because Mario beats up... Oh my gosh. We just solved the... Now we need a Bowser's World game. I'm just saying, my mind is blown. Dude. What? This, oh my gosh, I don't know how to handle this. We need to move on. This is how we're gonna handle this. I can't anymore. I can't. Oh, and I just dropped the chat. Sorry, guys. Rip. There we go. We're good. We're good. Oh, man. Oh, I can't escape it. hold on, there's a Super Mario Run update that happened yesterday, I believe, from this recording, from this live stream, and whew, man, sorry, that took it to heart there. My goodness. Anyway, Super Mario Run will update will add Daisy, new worlds, and new modes, which is pretty cool. I was watching DashyXP actually play this. He did it for one of his videos today. DashyXP, hilarious guy. One of my favorite YouTubers, going back to like DashyXP days where he used to do like the roommate stuff where Ryu and Ken were his roommates and Chun-Li was there. It was great. Check him out. But that's besides the point. New updates headed to Super Mario Run September 29th. Oh, today. Never mind. Adding loads of new content to Nintendo's mobile platform, including a new world, a new mode, and new playable characters. So you can unlock Daisy. The new worlds look pretty cool. There's like a forest world. There's some other stuff as well. But there's a remix mode as well, with some really awesome music, by the way. The music, they like upped it up a notch. It was like I could be bobbing my head to this the entire time. This makes me want to actually fully play Super Mario Run. I don't know, there's something about music and video games. If it's catchy, I will play it. Maybe that's why I'm so into rhythm games. But anyway, I digress. The remix mode is like you play 10 courses back to back to back to back, and there's 3 coins, and then you go around and well, you don't go around. It's like run stages remixed, and then there's 3 coins per stage, and you have to do it, and it's like you keep on going until you reach the 10th course, which is crazy. But yeah, dude. Hoo-ya, Cool Cat Terry, what is going on? Oh man, I did see that. Yes, sorry, that was me getting distracted there. And sorry, I had it on Daisy's dress. I meant to scroll down. But that's pretty much everything that I just read, that I just told you guys, is read here in a nutshell. If you have Super Mario Run, or if you don't have Super Mario Run, I believe it is still on sale for $4.99. If you guys want to pick it up, that is better than the $9.99 price point that they originally had. I know that's pretty high for mobile games. I paid the $9.99 price because I'm a psycho like that. And I still haven't... I played through a little bit. It wasn't for me, but watching Dashy playing it makes me want to jump into this game. I don't know why. It's just a thing. But there you go, Super Mario Run. And yeah, I don't care that my Flash player is out of date. That's not what we're here for. My goodness, moving on real quick because we're almost done with the news, and then I got like, you know, Joe's soapbox after this. So quick update on the eShop actually. This, and I kept this separate from the eShop drop, but Call and Jewel, the 2 characters from Call from Mighty Number 9 and Jewel from, I was thinking of the other chick from Ozra Striker Gunvolt 2, sorry. Copin's person, sorry. But anyway, Jewel and Call from their respective games, Mighty Number 9 and Ozra Striker Gunvolt, are actual characters with their own stories in Mighty Gunvolt Burst, which is awesome. This time around, they're not doing the free run. They are both $1.99. Show your indie dev support. They have been... If there's anything Inti Creates does right, it is fan service. It is adding, supporting other indie games as well, and just pumping out quality content, man. If you guys like Mega Man, if you guys like platformers, traditional platformers, like this game, this is my favorite indie game of the year so far. It still is. Mighty Gunvolt Burst, hands down, like, yeah, I can't say enough good things. We did a full playthrough with Beck and Gunvolt. I've been playing Ikoro's story on the side as well, because it's all more the same thing. If you have played through the other ones, it's just adding the more characters and their own little subplots for the beginning of the game. But it's still fun, and they add their own tweaks, because each character that they keep adding has their own different skill set and power-ups, and that's key. They change up the gameplay every time, so you're not just playing a skin, you're playing a full-on different character. Inti Creates is, like, hands down one of my favorite indie devs of, like, the last five years now. They just keep doing it right, so show your love to your indies. Let them know how much you love them. And what's a stream right now without the laptop refreshing? But before we jump into this next next one, which is sort of a big rumor. Not sure how much weight there is to it right now, but I want to jump back in with you guys because some new folks jumped in. Cool. Terry, yes, I did see that. I have that as a link up here. That is nuts, and we're gonna talk about it. That's gonna be the last thing before we jump into eShop drop. Oh my goodness, I have some words, but I also don't think people should fully freak out just yet. Joe, I like your shirt, Macho Man. Oh yeah, the cream of the crop. That is what this podcast is all about. Oh yeah, Macho Man. 1, 2, 3, count your way to victory. That's right. Sorry, I didn't know you were streaming, but glad I can hear your take on it. Oh, dude, it's all good. You're here now. That is all that matters. That is all that matters right now. Yo. Oh man, and never be sorry. No one should ever be sorry. Dashy's a great YouTuber, dude. I love him. Oh my goodness. Angel Rose, welcome. Anybody have any thoughts so far on some of the stuff that we've talked about? Twin World, what's going on? The world that is twin. $4, dang, that's a bit expensive for a mobile game. Oh yeah. Super Mario Run. I mean, you can also just pick up Fire Emblem Warriors. It's free, and then they, you might end up shelling out some cash at some point. Oh my goodness! At work for another 5 hours. Oof! I feel you right here on a Friday. Hope we can entertain you tonight, bro. We've got this bad boy coming up, and oh man, I'm hyped. All right, we're gonna move on. Whew. Here we go. So, from NintendoLife.com, I read heavily on Nintendo Life, so I apologize if every week you at least see one thing from Nintendo Life. They're on it, man. They are on it every time. I love it. But this is a rumor. Take it with a pinch of salt. Take it for what you will. There's the source who leaked that L.A. Noire was coming to Switch, hinting at Grand Theft Auto 5 coming next from Rockstar. So we're gonna read this quote here from this is Vern, who has now posted a clarification post on NeoGAF. Again, I don't tread the NeoGAFs. I don't tread like the Reddits and the NeoGAFs, the 4chans and all that stuff. I don't know. Maybe I should be digging into there. I don't know. You guys let me know what's so good about being back in the forums. I used to be back in forums, like DDR forums back in the day, like back in like 2005. That was probably the Bimani forums. That was great. But that was like the extent of me on forums. Anyway, LOL, all those options, all those quotes. Been sitting on this because I'm not sure if it's really worthy of a post because I lack the most important details, but F it, why not? Heard a while back from Rockstar is in development from my most reliable source, but wouldn't confirm what or when. Essentially was told it shouldn't be a surprise what title it is. I personally fully expect the GTA title, whatever it may be, because it makes sense since you see everyone clamoring for it in every damn thread, and it's the biggest game on Earth. Now watch this post get turned into YouTube videos and go Nintendo news articles again. Or JoAfterWork shows, right? Oh man, when I said nothing at all of actual substance, for real, this is in no way confirming a GTA 5 port is coming. It's just my solid as F source giving me some info and my own educated guessing. Probably shouldn't have said anything because I have nothing, and in 6 months or a year when another Rockstar title gets announced, I can claim I was right. So just ignore what I said. Somehow I blew it. This guy's being facetious and also like I feel like he's like trying to say it without getting that person or himself in trouble from Rockstar. Like I have no idea. Like, oh my goodness. But I wouldn't be surprised seeing that LA Noire is coming out this year for Switch, a game that that also, by the way, is getting a simultaneous release with other consoles. Thank you, Rockstar. Remastered version of LA Noire that's also got some Switch exclusive features with the touchscreen, and I believe the Joy-Cons are also going to have a play in that. I could be mixing that up with the Resident Evil Revelations hand motion controls as well. That happens to me sometimes. I do mix up my thoughts, but I think that's a start. That's cool. We're in this place right now where it'll be cool if we get this, and it comes out next year. What would be cool is if Nintendo consoles start getting the games that everyone else is getting as a simultaneous release, not this 6 months later to a year thing. Granted, GTA 5 came out, that was 2012? 2013? I can't even remember at this point. GTA 5 has been around for so long that you still see updates for GTA 5 online. Like support, like every couple of weeks there's like a new event going on. Now they're doing like the Smuggler's Run a couple weeks ago, I believe. There are streamers that stream GTA 5 religiously, and it is great. I see a lot of RP going on in there, and it's funny sometimes. I don't know if G Famous still does it, but he was one of the coolest people that I knew doing those GTA 5 RP streams. But yeah, I'm conflicted because, okay, it'd be cool, GTA 5, that'd be huge on Switch, because I mean that would be just another M-rated game, not just another M-rated game, but one of the biggest games. I mean that game is still topping charts, by the way, on MPD month after month. That is ridiculous. But is there a fan base for this game on the Switch? Will people want to replay the story again? Are we going to get GTA Online on the Switch as well? And again, this is all ifs, what ifs, who knows? It would be dope if we get all this stuff. But hey, I don't want to stray too far from this. Take it for what it is. I think it would be cool. But I would like to see more third-party developers like Tecmo Koei, like, oh my gosh, like, almost sort of like Bethesda, sort of, because although we're getting Doom and Skyrim this year, we're getting New Colossus, but that's another one that's going to be coming out sometime in 2018. It is a new game, but hopefully this is going to start to change the trend and get other third-party developers on board where they're actually doing simultaneous release. I mean, even EA, come on, even though it's a broke-down version, not a broke-down version, but they took out big features of FIFA 2018 on the Switch that they couldn't fit because of X, Y, and Z reason. Although we are getting, with 2K, we have NBA 2K18 and WWE 2K18 that are getting simultaneous release dates as well. 2K18 came out last week, actually. But yes, you know what I'm saying. We're seeing these. I want to see more simultaneous releases with other consoles. I think that's going to help with the competition. Granted, anything that's being pumped out on Switch right now is like... They're just going in and getting it, and it's like quality content. We've had very few shovelware type games on the Switch, but I feel like every week Nintendo does pump out pretty much like quality indie games. So like we got the indies on board, and we're getting indie games from, you know, that have been on other consoles, on PC as well, and they're coming to Switch, which is great. But I want to, again, it all goes back to, I want to start seeing some new stuff get released same day as other consoles. Just show the love, guys. Don't be afraid. They're going to sell. They will sell on Switch. I've now near bought almost the entire library on the eShop digitally on my Switch. I will buy it. I'm just saying, I'm not the only one. There you go. There was the mini rant there. Sorry. I go off on tangents sometimes. I apologize, but we're almost done with the pipeline section of this show, so let's jump back in here. You have great impression. Oh, go 5. You flatter me. Thank you, dude. Oh, I feel love. I feel love. Great, blah, 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 I can't read that. Grand Theft Auto 5 on Switch can the Switch handle such a massive game? Now that's another thing. We're seeing cartridge. Oh man, Fod, you're gonna get me going again. Because we went on, I did a 20-minute soapbox on a couple episodes ago of that Nintendo show about the micro SDs and the cartridges. Get this, so the cartridges right now, the max size that you can use a cartridge, the short answer, yes, I think they can run a GTA 5 on here. My question is, is there going to be like a special engine that they're using specifically for Switch? I got to find out if like LA Noire is using like a special engine to run on Switch, or if it's the fact that, you know, it's a game from like 2010, 2011 being ported 6 years later. It doesn't require as much, you know, change up to port it over to all three consoles, Xbox One, PS4, and Switch. I wonder if that's gonna be the same case for GTA 5 if it gets a Switch port at all. That would be most interesting. I think I feel like it could run it. It's based on it's just under being powerful and less powerful than a standard PS4 and Xbox One. So I don't see that being an issue. Size, however, the size difference, I wonder if they were to do it, if they could fit it on a cartridge. The cartridges that they sell to companies are 4 gig, 8 gig, 16 gig, and 32, I believe, is the highest. So if they could fit that on a 32 gig, then they're golden. Given, you know, how big the file size may or may not be. The other thing being, does that mean GTA Online would not be able to fit on the cartridge? Do they sell that as a digital only thing because it's GTA Online? It requires online connection. You're only going to be able to do things. It doesn't make sense to have a cartridge for an online game. Like, I don't know, but that's just me. So there is that. Or or is the game going to be too big that they can't fit it on a cartridge, that they want to sell it at the right price? Do they go with the 32 gig, which costs more, which means they have to resell the game for Switch at $60 as opposed to it being an older game, discounted price of $40 or a $30 game or something like that. So that's another thing we have to look into, is how much this game is actually going to cost. I don't even know what price LA Noire is on Switch. If there is a price, if someone could look it up in the chat while I keep going with the show, that would be great, because I am curious to know how much it's going to be on Switch in comparison to Xbox One and PS4, because we've seen recently games that have physical versions on Switch usually cost $10 more. We've rarely seen publishers eating that cost to keep price lines the same. Puyo Puyo Tetris is a perfect example of that. It's $40 physical, but it's $29.99 digital on the eShop. So if you want to save yourself the $10, if you buy it digitally, it's there, which is the same price across the board for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. I think it's on Xbox One. I can't even remember the last time I turned my Xbox One on, to be honest with you, but I'm sure it's on there. So, do we really want a 4 to 6 year old game on the Switch? Why not? I think it's. I know you're being coy about it, Twin World, but I'm okay with getting the ports. It's the new games that they say, hey, this is coming out to Switch, and we're not sure when you're gonna get it, but it is coming out. You're just not gonna get it at the same time as everyone else, and that irks me just a little bit more. I get it, the Switch has different tech that involves technically downgrading graphically a lot of the stuff, and I'm sure there's more than just a file save as Nintendo Switch to it. But yeah, I wish there's a way. I'm sure with time they'll find a way to knock down that timeline to get it fit within the same time, if not relatively close to release dates with other consoles. Joe, I'm sorry you gotta go. I'm going to eat with my family. Goat 5, dude. Thank you for the follow, and I hope to see you soon, dude. Thank you. Grand Theft Auto 5 on Switch. Can the Switch handle? Oh, I didn't answer. Sorry. Joe, you should remove commas in your Nightbot message so your emotes show up. Oh, it doesn't show up for you guys? Oh, crappies. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. What was that? That was Terry? That was Terry. Terry, thank you. Hearts. Yo, can we get some hearts for Terry? I want Elder Scrolls 6. Tired of Skyrim re-releases? This is like the 82nd time Skyrim's been released, right? I mean, I know it's cool that we're getting the Breath of the Wild stuff. I personally have never played Skyrim. I'm deathly afraid of Elder Scrolls games because of how much time I will, spend playing a game like that. So this will be my first foray. I probably won't touch it again after a Nintendo Spotlight for quite some time because I know how long those games are and how easy it is. It's like a Fallout game. You will get lost and you will just explore the world and not finish your main story 80 hours into the game. Nothing wrong with tangents. Yo, I appreciate y'all. I was elected to lead, not to read. Yo, Deadeye with that host too. What's going on, everybody from Deadeye Stream? $49.99 LA Noire. See? Now, how much is it on PS4 and Xbox One? Is it the same price? I'm curious now. I'm curious because I feel like I might be right on this again. And oh my gosh, don't get the soapbox. Don't get the soapbox, Joe. Oh my goodness. We might not want 60-year-old games, but we want 20 to 30-year-old games. That arcade archives, yo. Oh my goodness. GameStop is $39.90. Wait, what? I'm confused. LA Noire will be $49.99 on Nintendo Switch eShop. LA Noire will cost PS4 and Xbox One $39. I'm walking away. I'm walking away from this. No, we gotta move on. We gotta move on from this. I can't do it. I'm gonna do it. What the hell, man? Are you serious? Why? Why do you do this? Granted, it's not for me. It is not for me to that I am complaining on my own behalf. It is for everybody else that buys physical copies, because you guys already know I'm pro digital. I will download the games onto my Switch. I'll be fine. I hope Rockstar. Well, sorry, I say I'll be fine, but I'll be fine if the digital price is $39.99, just like the PS4 and Xbox One, because it's taking out the physical. If they do that, that's a nice gesture. If they keep it at $49.99, what the hell, man? Are you serious right now? But, man, Rockstar, you're killing me. I get it, though. I get it. It hurts my soul because the fact that we the consumer, the fans, have to take the punishment in eating more of the cost of a game because it's on Nintendo Switch, which is on a new console, which is a game that came out 6 years ago. And I don't know, you guys can tell me, be honest, if maybe I'm overreacting over it. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, if you guys are watching this on SoundCloud, listening to this on SoundCloud or iTunes after the fact, please tweet at me, JoAfterWork. Am I overreacting over this? I don't think I am, but if I am, I want to know what everyone thinks about this, because at that point it's like, man, why would somebody? I can't fault anybody for not wanting to buy the game because it is more expensive on their Nintendo Switch if they have a PS4, if they have an Xbox One, and can get it for $10 cheaper. And I'm gonna guess, again, I don't know if that $39.99 price point is because it's also going to get a physical release. I mean, if it's going to get a physical release at all on those consoles. If not, then okay, I can understand it. But if it's $39.99 and they're selling physical copies at that price point, which that's usually the case with most games on other consoles, yeah, that's not That's not right. And I get it, because the cartridges cost way more than a Blu-ray, depending on what cartridge size you're getting as well. But man, that is punishing. That is very punishing. People might say, "Oh, it's only $10 more." That $10 more means a lot to somebody. That could be the difference of whether they buy this game or if they hold off and, you know, save it for groceries or something like that. You know, like that. That irks me on so many levels. But yeah, here we go. Crazy price tag, says Hunter. They should make it $59.99. Kappa. Deadeye. Terry says, I get the carts are expensive to make Switch games. Hold on, I'm misreading right now. I get that the carts are expensive to make so many Switch games. Will be more so Switch games will be more expensive than other consoles, but shouldn't the digital version be cheaper? And I hope that's the case. And you know what's funny? We're not gonna get any communication on this until the game releases. We're probably not going to find out unless Rockstar wants to say, hey, digital wise, you're going to get this for $39.99. Digitally only, you know, we'll knock it down so that way, you know, you're not paying for the physical. That would be great. That's what a lot of the devs of some of the other games have been doing. But if they don't, man, that's gonna suck. No, you're not, Joe. I feel like the price is unjustifiable. It's like, dang, man. Thank you, Fod. $10 is Blaster Master Zero. Another great Inti Creates remastering, by the way. Yes. Twin World, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But on the real, I feel like they can make this Deadeye. But on the real, I feel like they can make it the same price as the others, if not over than the others. And you know what? On good faith, they and I can't say on good faith, but if they wanted to eat the cost, because that extra $10 is probably so that way they still keep their profit margin on that game. Like it's a business. I get it. It is a business at the end of the day. And you know what? They can put a price tag on whatever they want, but I feel like in order for them to meet the same margin of profit as the PS4 and the Xbox One games, they had to put it at that extra $10 because of the cost that they probably took a hit on buying the cartridge sizes that they needed to put the game on. So that's my only guess. And again, for some odd reason, the cartridges for the Switch cost a lot more than a Blu-ray disc, which that is insane considering the fact that the cartridge holds less memory than a Blu-ray disc. But I guess it's because it's proprietary hardware. You only find this cartridge on a Nintendo Switch. You don't find it anywhere else. So I get that too. Again, I'm torn about this. I'm torn. I don't know what to say anymore. I feel like I'm just going to keep going in circles and we're going to go around the rodeo a few times every time this comes up. So we're going to move on. But that was my itty bitty soapbox right there that we probably just killed 20 minutes talking on. So my apologies for ranting off about that. Here we go. I'm gonna refresh my capture card again. Boom, there we go. So moving on to happier things, My Nintendo has some rewards. Those of you who don't know what My Nintendo is, you get rewards, you get coins for buying games, doing cool stuff in Fire Emblem Warriors or Super Mario Run or Meet Tomo. All your coins get split up between silver coins and gold coins. So every couple of weeks they add some new stuff, and there's some pretty cool stuff. And an addition that they added was this is the first time I'm seeing free games since they changed over My Nintendo, where originally with My Nintendo you would use your coins to purchase games for free. The coins, you know, you would kill through a lot of coins real quick, but now they changed it to getting discounts. But it looks like they're showing indie devs some love with a few free games this week, so I'm gonna try to find that for you guys right now. Where is the redeem points section? So that way I can kind of spruce that up for you guys. There we go, redeem points, boom. So outside of the wallpapers and some new game edition, well, some other game editions, the free games using 50 gold coins, 60 gold coins, and 90 gold coins, respectively. Zen Pinball 2, or is that 3? Oh, Send Pinball 3D. Sorry about that. For the Nintendo 3DS for 50 coins. Super Little Acorns 3D Turbo, Nintendo 3DS, and Runner 2 Future Legend of Rhythm Alien for the Wii U, 90 coins. And for those coins, you get those games for free, which is pretty cool. They also added in the smart devices PC reward section 2 new wallpapers, Star Fox 2 and Super Nintendo Classic Edition wallpaper, which you can, once you use the coins, these are silver coins, 50 respectively for each. You can either download it for your phone to be in portrait view, so it's perfect to fit with your phone, or your computer as well, and they do like up to the 4K resolution depth as well. Depth? The 4K, whatever the measurements for 4K is, I don't know. I stop at 1080. But let's see what else there is over here. Poke Park for the Wii U, 20% off, 400 coins. That looks new. Everything else looks pretty much like it's been here for a while. I recognize these. You can get Pokemon Pinball, Pokemon Puzzle League at a discount if you use your gold coins. Metroid 2 Samus Returns for the 3DS, 10 coins. Excuse me. 10 coins for a 30% discount, and 50% off Metroid Other M for 80 gold coins. And then some other awesome Wii U games, by the way. Ultimate NES Remix, which is 1 and 2 put together for the 3DS, and Wonderful 101, 30% off with 70 coins for the Wii U, which was an awesome Platinum game, by the way, exclusive to Wii U. So those of you who think Wii U didn't have good games, it had some good games. All right, now before we get into this, I want to jump into the chat one last time, because this is going to be another long one. Then we'll jump into the eShop drop, and then we will end the show. What's up, everybody? Here we go. Well, what I'm thinking is that, going back to the cartridges, Deadeye says, well, what I'm thinking is that the physical card should have the most of the game, and then the game will be updated, and but the rest of the game completing okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying like half of the game on the Switch, half the game on the cartridge, half of the game fully downloaded. That's sort of what 2K18 does, because the game is so big that I guess it maxed out the 32 gigabyte cartridge is my guess. I don't know how big that cartridge size is, but I'm assuming that's the one that 2K went with for this game. Because I think the Xbox file size was like some ridiculous 45 gigabyte thing or something like that. It was like 30 or 40 gigabytes for that entire game, which is crazy. But yeah, it's so interesting. I wonder how this is going to play out for the future of the Switch. If we're going to continue to see games just be partially put on cartridges, and then the rest of it you have to download. And if you have to download it, do you have room on the Switch? We're at that point now. You need to buy a micro SD card. There's no running around it unless you erase all your memory off your Switch and start filtering through games that way. The only game right now that won't fit without a micro SD card will be well, actually, 2K18 forces you to buy a memory card, micro SD card, but Resident Evil Revelations 2 won't fit on the initial memory for the Switch 2, so keep that in mind. Micro SD cards, they're not fairly expensive, but it's just another added cost that people have to take into consideration, and retailers should be talking to people about when they buy their Switch, like, hey, these games, if they're knowledgeable in it, like letting every customer that comes in know, like, hey, some of these games are going to have large file sizes. You might want to think about getting a micro SD card, so that way it's in the back of their minds as they're making those purchases, and maybe they'll buy it now, or at least they know and they could buy it later on. But Amazon seems to fluctuate in micro SD cards, so if it seems too expensive, it probably is, and you should just wait for the price to drop down. Right now, they're at some reasonable prices. I have a 200 gig that I spent more than what I should have on it, and now it's like $70 on Amazon right now. So just watch the prices, be familiar with them, know what's right, know what's too high, and you'll find a good deal over time. man. But get the Pokemon game, Joe. The Pokemon game. Oh, I have those already on my 3DS. I have most of the Pokemon games on my 3DS already. I'm probably missing like some of like the side ones, if anything. Holy smokes, Joe, feels like I haven't seen you in a while. Yo, Draco, what's going on? Goldheart, what's going on? Oh man, yo, the fam is up in here. What is up, everybody? Hello, everybody. Just getting out of Bible study. Jeez, Bible study. Sorry, I can't talk today. Apparently, I just can't. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. Holy smokes, yo! And Goldheart hit it right on the head. Nintendo isn't allowed to YouTube anymore. Not entirely. So we went through my little bit of a soapbox. This is going to be a little bit of a rant. This is going to be the last topic for the show, and then we'll jump into eShop Drop and end it. But yeah. So, as the screen beside me reads, Nintendo Creators Program will no longer let YouTubers live stream. That is a bit of a yes, and there is workarounds around this. So, let me tell you why you shouldn't entirely freak you out. This shouldn't entirely freak people out that are Nintendo YouTubers and streamers, such as myself here. There are options. I want to run them through you. I want to run these options through you. It's not the end of the world. Now, to explain what the Nintendo Creators Program is, it helps YouTubers that aren't Nintendo ambassadors be able to upload Nintendo-based content to YouTube. And again, I stress the fact that this is only affecting YouTube and that there are workarounds around this. And it's explained, and I hope people like this article, the person that wrote this article, are mentioning the important workarounds to this, because Nintendo put it out very clear in that link in the email that was sent out. I got it last night because I'm part of the Nintendo Creators Program. That's how I'm able to just, avoid the copyright claims for the videos that I put up. But it allows you to, there's two ways to sign up. And basically the main way that a lot of people who exclusively do Nintendo content, remember I didn't always do only Nintendo content. I did Nintendo PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So I couldn't fully sign up and link my entire YouTube account to the Nintendo program. But there are people out there that do this, which I was always skeptical of. But basically, if you are a fresh starting up channel, or if your channel falls within the lines of what the Nintendo Creators Program functions as, to just consume your entire channel, you can do it that way, and that way every video that you upload will just automatically be verified by Nintendo through this program, and you don't have to worry about clicking everything individually to get it verified to then get it approved, which sometimes the process, depending on the videos, can take a couple days. Unless you're always uploading and they notice that you're always uploading, they'll do them quicker. I've noticed that because I do that. I do it the other way, which is you can then, instead of linking your entire account to be taken over by Nintendo, you can work with Nintendo through the creator program, sign in with your YouTube login, your Google Plus login, and individually go through your videos and get them each individually verified. The big thing with the update that was sent out in emails with the link and everything, you don't fully register your entire YouTube account with Nintendo Creators Program. The problem right now with this program is it's supposed to consume your entire ad revenue, take it, and then, and I know this all sounds terrible and scary, they take it, and then at the end of the month they divvy out, they split up the revenue and give it to you with your uploaded videos. YouTube has lately been trying to keep up with Twitch right now, in terms of, they have their own bit system, they have their own subscriber system. You can do this thing called Super Chat, you can do this thing called sponsorship now, which sponsorship is the sub version of Twitch, where you can pay out a set price monthly fee. I think the tiers might almost be the same. I haven't looked at them. I'm not worthy enough. I'm only at 860 subscribers. I think once I hit 1,000, I'll be able to unlock those features. Not that I plan on streaming on YouTube anytime soon. Although I have entertained the thought. You can still live stream if you don't fully register you don't fully let Nintendo take over your account. So if you do it individual videos, you're fine. Taking over the account, no go. And they sort of explain it in the link that they provided. I wish I pulled up the link. Maybe they have it here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, rip. We broke the stream, guys. My apologies. I'm just gonna refresh that laptop there. Boom. There we go. So, yes, here's the link. Beautiful. Oh gosh, dang it. It's a Twitter link. Oh man, come on. Yep, everyone's complaining. Yep, and then they stop it. Is this it? Boom, here we go. This is the actual perfect. All right, I'm gonna X out of this Kotaku thing. But they say they have some weird wording here. They tell you how you can register it and all that stuff. But let's see if we could find it here. Live streaming on YouTube falls outside the scope of the Nintendo Creators Program. You cannot broadcast content on YouTube Live from the account you have registered to the Nintendo Creators Program. If you plan to broadcast content on YouTube Live, you have a couple options, which we've explained already. They then begin to talk about at some point, yeah, the advertising revenue payments. So basically the way it works out, like I was saying, every time you verify a video through the program, Nintendo shuts down monetization. They take the money that's made from that video, and then they split the revenue up 60-40 between YouTuber and Nintendo. Nintendo taking the smaller cut of that, actually. What's happening now is you can live stream with that alternative method, which is the way I've been doing it for what, 1.5 years now, I think. But yeah, you can live stream that way, and I think the reasoning why, sorry, keep losing my train of thought there. The reason why I think they are banning people from being able to live stream if you are fully connected with them is because when you're bringing in money and you're streaming a Nintendo game through that fully registered YouTube account, I think how it might end up working is automatically, just because of the algorithm that Nintendo has set with YouTube, Nintendo would just probably automatically consume that ad revenue, even though, you know, the sponsorship money should just go directly to that YouTuber instead of going to Nintendo, because the people in the chat, their fans, their subs, are giving that person money. And I think Nintendo doesn't have a workaround for it, so they're just like, we need to shut this down. They don't mention if they're going to come up with a solution anytime soon. It would be great if they did, because for some, it's kind of backwards how if you fully connected your account and given Nintendo control of your channel, that they would then just get rid of you being able to get a feature that a lot of YouTubers nowadays, over like the last, since Adpocalypse, have been making their revenue, their living through live streams as of like the last 6 months. So to take that away from a Nintendo streamer, that's insane. That is crazy. So I'm not sure if Abdallah Smash is like fully linked up, or if he does videos separate from like if he does individual verify, but I'm going to use him as an example. Let's say he's fully connected with Nintendo. I think he's a Nintendo, I'd imagine he's a Nintendo ambassador, so that's probably a terrible example. But anyway, let's just say he wasn't, and he was using this. He technically wouldn't be able to live stream, and he's got such a huge following, and he's got such a huge like sponsor, like he gets sponsors every time he streams, which is crazy. He gets what is it, the super chats and all that stuff every time, you know, he's streaming. The dude makes his living. Yeah, I mean, granted, he's still working a second job, which is bonkers to me that he can do that and continue pumping out as much content as he does with 400k subscribers. That's insane. But yeah, that would hurt somebody detrimentally to, you know, not be able to no longer make a living streaming. That's cutting another source of revenue. Yes, the other alternate is doing what I'm doing here on Twitch, streaming everything on Twitch, and then uploading everything to YouTube and individually doing it. I'm just saying, it's been working out. Oh man, but I don't think it's the end of the world. There is an easy alternative. Yes, you can sit here and complain, or you can do something about it, and I recommend, if you guys are really hurting for because of this decision from Nintendo, I would just recommend doing what we're doing, what a lot of us do, and just individually individually verify your videos. It can be a pain in the butt. Just keep up on it, and you'll be fine. Or go to Twitch, like I have. It's simple as that. Simple as that. But yeah, I don't think everyone should freak out as much as they did. Oh yeah. My goodness. Redditors07. What's going on? Oh boy. I hope this isn't spam. Nope, it's spam. Alright. And this is gonna happen to you. Boom. That was easy. Workaround. Don't register with your Nintendo account. Manually register your videos instead. True story. That is the short and sweet of it. Man, sorry, I lost my train of thought like 12 times there for some reason. I don't know why. But we're gonna leave the pipeline. Yeah, there we go. I heard it that time. Woo! And we're gonna jump into the eShop drop.
Here we go!
I gotta get that ready. I gotta get that on cue every time. Sorry about that. But we're gonna burn through these, guys, because we've had a long show and we gotta get started with this Super NES Classic. Excuse me. FIFA 2018, $59.99. Yokai Watch 2 Psychic Spectres, $39.99 on Nintendo 3DS. Sorry, FIFA 18 was Nintendo Switch. I already did Pokken DX. Why is that? Why did that show up? One Piece came out today. Unlimited World Red Deluxe Edition, $39.99 for Nintendo Switch. Neo Geo Burning Fights, $7.99. Again, what is a week of eShop drop without a Neo Geo game? Astro Bears Party, $4.99 on Nintendo Switch, which I think I saw Twin World streaming a couple days ago. So make sure you guys check out Twin World, TWINWORLD. He's my boy. Binaries, $12.99 on Nintendo Switch. Nice little puzzle game, puzzle platformer game, which will probably make you rage a little bit at times. We're gonna do a Nintendo Spotlight on that for sure. As well as Brave Dungeon and Dark Witch Story Combat, 2 games for 1 for the price of $8.99. I forgot to put my age verification, guys. I was born in like 1932 right now. I aged very well. But Butcher for Nintendo Switch, $9.99. Yo, I can't wait to do a Nintendo Spotlight on this. Konga Master Party, Nintendo Switch, It Is Everything and More for $9.95. I have not seen that price since like PC Richard in the 90s, but it is $9.95. Demo, $29.99 for Nintendo Switch. It's a rhythm game, and it's touchscreen only, and I like it. I like it. It's all piano songs. It is dope. I'm in love with it. I played with it yesterday. Yeah, it's from the people who made Voez. Oh my gosh. Flyworks, right? Flyworks and Rayark. Yes, Rayark and Fly High Works. Gosh. For Wii U, we got a Wii U alert. Wii U alert. What? Don't kill it yet. Don't kill it yet. Double Dungeons. Double Dungeons? Dumbledore. Double Dungeons. Wii U, $5.99. Another game I cannot wait to play. Golf Story for Nintendo Switch, $14.99. Back to the Wii U, Hive Jump, $14.99 for the Wii U. Man. Inversus Deluxe, Nintendo Switch, $14.99. Pankapoo, $11.99 Nintendo Switch. Another Nintendo Switch. Physical Contact Picture Place, $4.99. P-Cross S, Nintendo Switch, $7.99. Sparkle 2, $7.99, Nintendo Switch. Super Ultra Star Shooter, Wii U, $1.99. Tower of Babel, Nintendo Switch, $9.99. Arcade Archives Mario Bros. Nintendo Switch, $7.99. Another age verification at a price unknown until we get in. Cinemora EX, Nintendo Switch, $29.99. And that is everything that is new for this week on all 3 Nintendo consoles. That is crazy. Now, real quick, sales and deals. I'm going to try to do this more often, but Natsume has a 50% off sale. Natsume, you might know them for River City games, Ransom and Tokyo Rumble, but all the Harvest Moon games as well that they have on the 3DS are like half off, so huge discount that they've got going on the 3DS. They have a Star Fox Zero special offer on the Wii U as well. I think they knock off $5 off the full price of Star Fox Guard when you buy both games, it seems like. Okay. And then we got a bunch of price drops, which Death Squared, $11.99, and Thumper, $14.99, both awesome games. If one of these 2 games, if I had to pick for you which game to download, Thumper, that is a great game. I played it on PSVR, and I bought it on the Switch. We did a Nintendo Spotlight of it months ago. Awesome industrial rhythm game. It is hard. It forces you to think. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and it quickly gets real tense. I can't enough. But guys, that is the eShop drop. We're gonna jump into chat one more time, and then I will let you go, and then we'll jump into the second part of the live stream. Yeah. Which game were you streaming? I thought you were streaming that Space Bears game. I forgot what it was called already. That's the one I didn't buy on the eShop. It didn't appeal to me too much, and it was a party game as well, so I was like, okay, well, Ness is not going to play that with me, so I'm not going to buy it. Joe's gonna dance. Nah, Joe. That one is not streamable because it's touchscreen only. You're talking about Demo, so that's a personal one for JoJo. That hits the heartstrings. Double Dungeons was for TurboGrafx 16. It looked like a TurboGrafx 16 game. I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying it looked like from that era. Astro Bears Party, yeah. How was it? I need to know. I need to get a Twin World review right now. Quick review. Oh, man. Is it worth it? Rolls into the beanbag. Sonic Master up in the house. They're running a $500 eShop content. Wait, what? Contest? Did I miss that? Oh, my goodness. Anyway, guys, that is the end of that Nintendo show. Don't go anywhere if you're watching the live stream. We're going to be streaming this bad boy right here, this Super NES Classic. If you managed to get one today, there were a lot available. There were a lot. I pre-ordered mine, so I didn't have to worry about lines and whatnot. I went to work and I picked it up right after. I was one of the lucky ones with the pre-order. However, I'm still seeing the same situation happen with people not being able to get Super Nintendo Classic despite the increased stock of these. So, man, oh man, this is going to be an interesting weekend. I'm going to save my full-on thoughts of whether the Super NES Classic stock situation changes within the next week. I hope for the better. Right now, I still see a lot of people angry that they could not get one. And I saw people waiting online at Best Buy that got turned down afterwards because they ran out. So Target ran out. GameStops have run out. I know my GameStop locally is going to get more on Monday, so it's like, or their shipment didn't come in and it's coming in on Monday or something like that. So like it shows that it's in stock at their store, but they don't really have it in there. So it's like in their inventory system, which really sucks if people go in there asking for it. But yeah, I hope the situation is lighter by next week and people are able to get this in their hands. So that is it for that Nintendo show. I want to thank everybody for jumping in on live streams. Again, this is your weekly Nintendo news show every Friday night here on twitch.tv/JoAfterWork. You can find me here 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. for that Nintendo show, and then we jump into live streams from 8:30 to midnight. I ran a little bit late because I want to get that Super Nintendo Classic unboxing up on YouTube. I'm gonna I'm gonna drop the link to the video of the unboxing while we go on break here. If you guys want to check that out, it's like a 6-minute video, so it'll be short. I'm gonna set up the Super NES Classic, and then we're gonna jump into that. But thank you again if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on SoundCloud or iTunes, give it a review, rate it whatever stars you think this crazy podcast is worth. If you're watching this on YouTube, give it a like, share with your friends, let them know what I do here. We talk about video games after work, and we play about them. We have shows called Nintendo Spotlight, where we showcase games that come out every week on the eShop, and we also do full playthroughs here. We've got 2 that we're running through. We just finished Metroid Samus Returns, which, by the way, thank you everybody for support on that series. I cannot thank you guys. That series broke my top videos section because YouTube is not used to me getting the amount of views that I got on that series. Like, I don't break more than 5 views on any of my videos when I upload them to YouTube. I am consistently at like 400, 500 videos and views and climbing on each of those Metroid videos, which is nuts. Sans like maybe 2 or 3 of them, which I can't thank you guys enough for that. And we've been growing. We went from 835 last week to 860 this week, which is really dope. We're headed towards 900 on there, which is great. We're almost back at 450 again on Twitch, which thank you guys again for the support. Thank you, Goat5, for following during the stream. Glad you found the channel. I'm glad you're part of the fam. And I will see you guys next week for episode 8 of that Nintendo show. So with that, take care. Love y'all.